Hi, welcome to another Retro RHLSTP. We go back to 2023 to see what was going on, and we give you the full video for free on YouTube, Herring 1967, where you can also watch Rich and Ali's Craven News Round, if that's still going at this point. Of course it will be, it's amazing. And lots of other videos as well, all for free. I'm so nice to you. If you like all this free stuff, become a badger at gofasterstrike.com/badges, and that will help us make more stuff. It's a lovely reciprocal agreement, and you get loads of extras as well. Today's guest is Catherine Bohart, who's doing fantastically well, is a brilliant stand-up comedian, and I hope you will enjoy watching this old interview with Catherine or listening to it, whichever you are doing. Thank you for your time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Leicester Square Theatre. A week has passed, but please welcome a man who's still as ill as he was last week. It's Richard Herring! Hello, my fan friends! Welcome to another edition of Richard Herring's Leicester Square Theatre podcast. I was talking to Wheatus, the band Wheatus. Remember the band Wheatus? No, not Inch High Private Eye, not Wheatus. How young are you people? I'm just a teenage dirtbag. No, that's who that is. They call it RHLSTP. It's quite good watching Top of the Pops 1990s for if you have to come up with lots of cool things that were once cool but aren't cool anymore. That's my advice to you. And also, very soon, you'll be able to see Richard Herring presenting. I'm surprised they haven't got to it already, given how many they're not allowed to show. They better hurry up as well, because, you know. Anyway, the good news. The good news is, if you've been following the podcast over the last few weeks, you'll know that Bridge in Great Yarmouth had a public vote as to what it would be named. And one of the potential names was Herring Bridge. So you were allowed to just vote online for it. So I encouraged my Twitter followers to vote online for it. The results are in for whether the bridge in Great Yarmouth will be named after me. In fifth place, 572 votes. Come on, pathetic. Kingsbridge, bad luck Prince Charles, which is still your name. Fourth place, Yare Bridge. It's over the River Yare. 814 people thought that was worth voting for. Fucking idiots. Britannia Bridge. That was the racist voted for that. 857 votes. All very close. Second place, Queen's Gate with 869 votes. And the winner with 2,710 votes. Herring, which I'm disappointed with. I've got 250,000 Twitter followers. It should be better than that. Herring Bridge. So it's named Herring Bridge. The news in Great Yarmouth broke that there was a possibility. There may have been some shenanigans going on, but, you know, it's a democratic vote. Doesn't matter there's outside interference. You lost, get over it. I know the Russians were trying to get... Yeah, Bridge. Is that why it got so many votes? Bridge spokesman, afraid to say their name, or spokesperson, I should say, I don't know who it said. We thank Mr. Herring and his followers for raising the profile of Great Yarmouth and its new bridge, and are glad they agree with our choice. Herring Bridge was the strongest name on the shortlist in terms of its historical relevance to the town, and was the local favourite through votes placed in person across the borough as well as online. Yeah. Jimmy Hill also voted for it, mate. Yeah, remember Jimmy Hill? So they're claiming it's nothing to do with me, but it's 2,000 more votes for Herring. I mean, no one voted. Oh yeah, Herring. But the people on the it broke, and then someone from Radio Norwich was a fan said it's a triumph for Richard Herring. And then the Great Yarmouth paper there was printed a report suggesting I might have skewed the results. I felt quite bad about it, to be fair. The bridge cost £21 million. Have you ever had a £21 million bridge named after you? No. I don't know, David. We'll see if we're going to... Even David's back. I think if I go to Great Yarmouth, I'm going to read you some comments from the people of Great Yarmouth about how they feel about this. We'll see if I might get thrown in the river. This is the same bridge that was nearly blown up by a Nazi bomb last week as well, a couple of weeks ago. David White said, his comment was, "Is that the guy who's struggling these days to stay relevant?" Never relevant, mate, never relevant. Bad luck. Steve Parsons said, "Who is he? I've never heard of him. Sounds like he's full of his own self-importance." Yeah, you haven't got a bridge named after you, have you, Steve Parsons? Wayne Tuvey is when it said it's named, it was questioning whether it was named after me. Doubtful, as no one has ever heard of him. Well, you're wrong. 2,500 people voted for him, mate. Karen Hipsy Leach says, it's not named after him. It's named after the herring boats and women that used to prepare herring for smoking. I mean, it's definitely not named after them, is it? It's named after the herrings, the fish. It's not named after it's not Herring Boat Bridge, and it's not women who used to prepare herring for smoking bridge. It's named after either the fish or me. So you're an idiot. If you got a £21 million bridge named after you, no, you haven't, Karen Hipsy Leach. There was a lot. I have not reading all of them. They were all quite negative. Heather Tower said a nobody, basically. A nobody with a fucking bridge named after him for the rest of eternity. June Bayfield, what a dreadful name. I'm 83 years old and I've never heard of the man. I bet he doesn't even come from Norfolk. I do not come from Norfolk. I've only been to Great Yarmouth once to get a pizza from Domino's Pizza when all the other shops were closed nearer to where we were staying. And I didn't even go in, my wife went in. And I still have a bridge in Great Yarmouth named after me. I also met the creator of Death in Paradise this week. It's been very exciting. Very excited. He thanked me for tweeting about it. I said, sorry, I am partly taking the piss. He said, it's all right. It's not meant to be taken seriously. Didn't offer me a part, though. So there we go. We'll see. Right, let's crack on. My guest this week is probably best known for being the writer of Revenge Prank with DJ Paulie D and Vinny. Have you heard of that? How old are you? Like 6 months old? What's wrong? That's new. It's the wonderful Catherine Bohart, ladies and gentlemen. Catherine Bohart. Hello.
Hello. Oh my God. I had to be like, I did what?
It's only that recent. It's not that long ago. You're the writer of Revenge Prank with DJ Paulie D and Vinny. That's what you did.
Am I?
That's according to your...
I am. I think I am.
Yeah. You think
am I? I am. I did a job for MTV that was like write pranks, but like
that would be it. That's what this the prank.
Yeah, but what was weird about it was like I always assumed, maybe naively, that I guess this is how people feel about comedians on Mock the Week when they're like, "Wait, you write the jokes?" Sorry, but I did kind of assume pranks would sort of play out naturally.
Yeah,
but no.
It's
just a lesbian in London going, I think this American man should do this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Try and get a bridge named after him.
I completely blanked that out. Isn't that a weird thing that...
It is weird when it's sometimes when people have, been working for 20 or 30 years, I say something, they go, I have no memory of that.
Yeah.
But when you're a very new comedian, really, compared...
Yeah, I've been doing it 8 years next month.
Okay.
And but I mean, that means really like 4 years paid work. So it's got to have been in the last 4 years. I will have been paid for that. At least I didn't do it for free. And yeah, no memory until now, I guess.
Okay, well, I'm going to get it put on the podcast. I'm going to record it and put it at the end of this podcast so everyone can see your work.
It'll be the first time
Hey, look, you were on this podcast quite recently during lockdown, December 2020.
But I'm so happy to have another opportunity to be here because I was so sad. I was having a depressing period. It was lockdown. I was spending Christmas alone. My heating had stopped working. My kitchen had flooded.
Yep.
And I'd just been through a breakup of a 5-year relationship.
Yeah.
And I remember sat like covered in blankets talking to you on Zoom, being like, are you having a nice life, Richard? Because mine's terrible. And I'm just thrilled to be here with a different tone.
Well, things seem to be going a bit better for you, but it would be hard for them going any worse. For both of us, I was secretly harbouring testicular cancer. I didn't even know myself at that point. So I was 3 weeks away from, you know...
Whoa. And there I was moaning about my heating.
Yeah.
What an insensitive cow.
It's a very funny... But I watched it. I don't usually go back and watch the podcast again.
Yeah.
Listen to the podcast, and I went back and watched that one, and it was very funny.
That's nice.
I felt a bit sad for your life, but, you know...
Oh.
But, you know...
Well, as long as you laughed along the way, Richard.
It was very funny.
With
people
me,
were giving
whichever.
you advice on how to turn your heating on.
They were. It was
Yeah.
so many people. Well, men in the mentions being like, have you tried? And I was like, yes, I've tried. But yeah, no, life's good. My heating works. My
Yeah.
kitchen floor is bone dry. Everything is going great, guys.
And you've just been to Iceland.
I've just been to Iceland with my
With a-
girlfriend.
with a new partner.
Yes.
So everything's
I didn't want to
going
say that. That sounds like such a bad, like, happy ending. And now I've got a new girlfriend, so everything's great. No, things were great before I started dating anyone too, which
Yeah.
was nice. But yeah, we did go to Iceland. Can I say, I feel very lucky to have gone to Iceland. Obviously, I feel very privileged, but also I would not personally choose to go on a cold holiday, or indeed one that required me to be outside. Really.
Okay.
Or and I'd never purposefully like adventure, as it were.
Yeah.
I'm just not that kind of lesbian. And but it was the one, but the sort of I suppose backpack wearing one's birthday demanded that I do. Actually, nature not that bad.
It's that. I was listening to your latest podcast of
Oh, thanks.
Trusty Hogs.
Trusty hogs.
And it was you were talking. It sounded very exciting. You saw lots of whales. You saw a dead whale.
We saw the spine of a dead whale,
Yeah.
a dead sperm whale. We saw orcas. We saw humpbacks. It was amazing.
I saw.
I mean, I'd only just heard of them all, but my goodness me, they're amazing.
I think the dead ones. We were just near Great Yarmouth recently on
Yeah.
a beach with lots of seals. And there's a load of dead seals. I mean, like they don't hide it from.
Well, if
them.
you were feeding them Dominoes, then
But there was dead one. There was a dead seal. In fact, there was a bump quite away at the beach, and my daughter said, "Let's go and sit on that rock."
No.
And then when we got close to it, I said, "Let's not sit on that rock."
no.
There's a hole in that rock, and I can see inside. It was a desiccated corpse of a seal. There was another one that had been washed up right. They got right up the beach. I don't know whether do you know if seals carry are they like elephants? Do they carry their dead up the beach, or do they just get washed up once they're dead?
Why can't you let me have a nice chipper time on your podcast? Oh my God, the whole time you were talking, I was like, Jesus, British holidays are bleak, aren't they?
And I've been to Iceland once.
Yeah.
I went on my own,
Whoa.
and all I did, and your trip sounds amazing. You did lots of incredible things.
I didn't
I
plan
went
it.
to a penis museum, and then I came straight home.
Reykjavik,
And I came straight
yeah.
home again.
Everyone kept telling us to go there, and we were like, do you know why we're... You get that we're... All right. We didn't go there. That's
No,
not
didn't
for
go to
us.
see the
That's
penis
not for us at all. But thrilled that... How was it?
It was a lot more, too many penises, I would say.
Yeah.
Too many.
Listen, I can only... If there are too many for you, I can only imagine how many it was for me.
There was no human penis in there at the time, but I believe there is now.
What?
I was doing a show called Talking Cock. I
Huh?
was writing a book called Talking Cock. And so I found out at this museum, so I went to visit, and the man who ran it, he was trying to get the penis of every mammal native to Iceland. So there was a lot of I saw some whales' penises.
Okay.
They're big.
Yeah,
They're
I
really
can only
big.
imagine. And then what? They would have had the Arctic horse?
I'm sure, yeah, probably. Just there
Gerfalcon?
was a lot of cocks.
Yeah.
A lot of different cocks, all different sizes.
I have to say that feels quite misleading. If I was like going to a penis museum,
Yeah.
and that would be the way I'd see one.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, it would have to be sort of a day out of a Sunday.
Yeah.
Then I would expect it to be more human penis focused.
You would like it more human penis?
Well, I didn't say I'd like it, but certainly my expectation would be.
What? Just lots of men? How would these
It's
would these penises?
It's not like paintings of them. It's like actually like.
Oh no, it's the
preserved-
real thing. You're not painting.
It's
so
preserved dicks.
Yeah. So there's a man who's I believe his penis is now in the penis museum. I must go to see it.
What?
He's called Paul Harrison. I remember that he was.
Wait, the man who ran it left his dick to his own museum?
No, it was an old man in Iceland who I believe used to have a bit of a Nazi past. We might have to fact check that. He was a.
I would, I'd say.
He was a bit of a. He's dead now.
He was a bit
but they've locked his
womanised.
cock off. Could you at least give him his legacy if he's not a Nazi?
And they had to be ready for when he died to get to him as soon as possible to take it off. And because if you just let it, you have to pump it up fairly quickly. Otherwise, Otherwise, it's just like, you know, I mean, you know what penises are
You
like.
keep saying I do, but I don't. You know what? I distinctly do. I know I remember something.
Yeah, you know. A bit
Nothing of
about
the pumping up nature, but...
penises. No, well, you've got to pump them up to use them, right, in a way. Do you remember, David?
Is that true, sir?
When you're my age, you've got to pump them a bit. Before you pump them and then they're ready to go, right?
Hello?
I think these people have come to a different show than this.
I don't think they were expecting lesbian conversion to be this on the nose.
There's also a vagina museum. We could talk about that, but I haven't been to that. I'm just interested in the cocks of all the different animals of Iceland. That's what I'm interested in. Yeah. Anyway, so
you should be on the tourism board.
That's all. So I went in, spent the night there.
In the cock museum?
I spent one night, went to the penis. I thought the bloke from the penis museum might say, come to my house, have some dinner. You're here on your own. He didn't.
Hang on. First of all, you thought a man who set up a museum about dicks would be like a welcoming presence.
Yeah, I did.
And B, you were like, I would go to his house if invited?
You're right. I didn't think.
Yeah, I don't think that's...
I would like it's a shame. I feel a shame that my penis is when I die, is gonna die with me. I would like it to be. It's a really good penis.
How are you measuring that?
Well, with a tape measure.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's not everyone who's seen it, and there's a lot of people say it's a good one.
Yes, and women never lie.
Yeah. And I feel pleased with it.
Especially not about that.
It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame for my greatest work to die.
Your greatest work?
Yeah.
Have you taken good care of it?
No, I mean, not great. I mean, I've lost one ball. Well, that's... So no.
not on
When it comes
you.
to genitals, I've lost a third of my genitals. So I would say no.
Still consider it your greatest work? Wow.
It's a lot. It's in my work a lot. Anyway, I didn't have as nice a time as you in Iceland, I think, because I was looking at animal penises.
No, but you have all this lovely penis pride, and that's nice to see.
I do. It's nice to see.
You don't see it often.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd be talking to you about penises for quite this much.
Richard, this whole thing has felt like a fever dream. But
It might very well be. Luckily, I am trying to ease myself out of this job by turning over to artificial intelligence.
oh, great.
So I asked artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, write some questions for comedian Catherine Bohart.
Oh, God.
And it said, sure, here are some questions for Catherine Bohart. You've been open about your sexuality and your relationship with your wife in your comedy. How has your personal life influenced your material, and has it changed over time as your relationship with your wife has evolved?
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
shocked to hear it. Thrilled.
Yeah.
No, I'm not married. I don't have a wife.
Okay.
It would make the story about Iceland with my girlfriend fascinating if I did. And indeed, I would put my wife and my girlfriend in my material had I a wife and a girlfriend.
Yeah.
But sadly, no. I haven't. Gosh, the machines are... That's kind of an interesting... That's like a machine that's trying to be inclusive. It's like you and your wife. Is it wife? No.
All right,
But
okay, this is. I'll ask question 5.
please.
Your podcast, Naked Beach, explores body positivity and self-confidence. What have you learned from your guests you've interviewed on the show, and how has it impacted your own relationship with your body?
Does the podcast Naked Beach exist?
No, and I googled Naked Beach, and let me tell you, you get some odd results.
I'll bet you do. I'll bet you do.
I thought there must be a
Richard just lost an hour being like, my dick's better than that, my dick's better than that. Yeah, wild. No, and if Naked Beach did indeed exist, I don't think they should have like quite a prudish Irish woman hosting it. I neither am natural at the beach nor nudity.
So I'm very sorry about...
It's fascinating.
In addition to comedy, you're also a trained psychotherapist?
That is true.
Ah, good.
How are you feeling, Richard? No.
Good.
No, I'm not. That feels like they got that confused because I was in a mental hospital.
Yes.
Yeah. They're like,
I mean, that's quite a bad... But, if I was relying on this and hadn't done any research at all, that would be quite embarrassing.
I don't know. I think I sound fascinating.
Luckily, I've done loads of research. It's all about naked beach.
I think let's pitch it.
I think my job is safe. You do some podcast.
Yes.
We talked Trusty Hogs. Ben Walker, my producer, is very keen for me
Yes,
to mention
Ben.
that you do a podcast called Shared Baggage. Do you think that's what the naked beach shared baggage?
Shared baggage. I mean,
you'd
it
share
does-
some baggage to go to, and you wouldn't need baggage if you're going to a naked beach.
Well, it would be an interesting indictment of nudists to be like, that's just shared baggage. Thank you to those two people. Shared baggage, yes. So this is a podcast that I made with Larry Dean. Well, I say I made, Ben made, and we were there. And a woman called Charlene, who's the sex expert on Married at First Sight. Mm-hmm. Larry and I are two profoundly unlucky in love / bad in love homosexuals, and we were endeavouring to give dating advice to people who wrote in, and then Charlene would be like, oh, not like that. So she fixed it, and that was nice. But I will say it's interesting listening back to it because it's a 6-part series, and we had comics on, and they were all amazing. Zoe Lyons, Ivo Graham, Sophie Duker did it. But what was that, my darling? No, that's okay. Sorry, I'm so.
All my friends.
All your friends. What's your name?
Maggie.
Hi, Maggie. I love you. Maggie's improving. She's ad-libbing. That's great. And probably you can't hear that at home, but I heard a woman in the audience and was like, a new person to talk to. So easily distracted. Not that I wasn't loving our dick chat.
No, it's okay.
I was like, Maggie? But yeah, they were there. We talked about it. And it's interesting because I hope Larry won't mind me saying that when we made it in the spring, we were both in different relationships, the ones we are in now. And it adds a quality, I think, to the listening experience that is, it makes me, I'm a bit like, it's hilarious that we were even trying to give dating advice whilst also failing in relationships quite epically. But it's a hoot.
Yes, well, I mean, any comedian giving dating advice is probably a mistake. Mm-hmm. I mean, don't date comedians.
Oh, don't. Absolutely
don't.
don't. No, don't. We're terrible.
Yeah.
I'd strongly recommend against, actually, because we are ultimately incredibly self-centered. We work at night.
Yeah.
We think our job's important. It's not like and also I think you kind of have to date another comic if you are a comic, though.
Yeah.
Because nobody else could pretend that like you trying to get that bit about cabbage to work is as important as their actual job.
Yeah, that's true. And at least there's some understanding if you are with another comedian. And it's and it's the only people you meet.
Well, also that, you don't really have much choice because nobody else would be in Yarmouth for a gig, would they?
Yeah, they wouldn't. So, yeah. Okay, so that's on Audible, is it?
Audible,
yes.
Isn't it, Ben?
Is it on Audible, Ben?
Yes,
Is it
Audible.
Is it any good, Ben? Is it any good?
It's great. I just told you it's so good.
But you're both involved with it. I really should have listened to it, but I spent so much time Googling naked beach, I didn't get a chance to.
I mean, obviously you should listen to Naked Beach first and then listen to Shared Baggage.
I did listen to Trusty Hogs. Why is it called Trusty Hogs? What the hell?
Because Helen is my very good friend and we're an odd pairing. Like it doesn't really make that much sense that we are friends. So we were trying to figure out what to distill what's true of us.
Yeah.
And I'd say I'm fairly reliable, hence the trusty, and she is inherently disgusting, hence the hogs. And it's a nice blend.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I enjoyed it. You've done a lot of episodes. You've got a Patreon going with it.
Yeah.
Patreon going with it.
Yeah, we are. It sort of was born of lockdown. In lockdown, I did an online show every Thursday.
Yes.
And Helen co-hosted that with me, and we did 72 of them.
Wow.
And then when we were ending, we were sort of left with this very queer, very loyal audience going, what am I going to do on my Thursdays? And we were like, shit, what are you going to do on your Thursdays? I don't want to say we were worried for them, but we were like, we should probably make something that they could listen to. And then it's grown from there. But it's been actually really joyful. And it's nice in comedy to have things you can make without anybody's permission. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I do.
You know, yeah.
I very much do.
Yeah, just, we make
I play
it...
myself at snooker and move
Exactly.
stones around and talk to ventriloquist dummies. It's not nice. It's great. It's insane. Don't go too far. Don't go too far down the rabbit hole. You'll be fine.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. But mostly it's like you do a lot of waiting around hoping somebody will like your pitch or hire you for something or put you on a slot. And it's nice to we make it in a shipping container and we didn't know if anyone would listen and they do and that's nice. But if they didn't, it wouldn't be the end of the world. So yeah.
So with Gigless, which was the gigs you did
Yes.
in lockdown, you're doing those as gigs now, though, I've seen as well?
We did.
Or
We
you've done
did
a few?
for a year. We did live Gigless.
Right.
Now we do live Trusty Hogs
Okay.
instead, because Gigless felt like less true of the world now
Yes.
that we are allowed to gig.
Yeah.
But it's been nice, and Gigless was great because we split all of the income between all the comics, and it just was like a way to hire
Yeah.
people who didn't have work, and also to feel like I knew what day of the week it was. So
Yes.
it was good.
So it was weird, wasn't it, that time? Remember that lockdown? Was
Does
weird,
anybody
wasn't
else feel like it? Like you imagined it? I'm like, did that happen? Did that happen? It's so bizarre, and
It's
also
strange being on the other side and going, we did 72 of those. You go, but how? And you go, oh, it was fucking ages.
it was ages. And also it's weird being on the other side and being like, we're not as a collective, like, you know how post those kind of events, it feels like, I studied history, it feels like you get sort of a societal need for catharsis and a processing or policy change that will mean people get to like sort of realize and deal with the fact it happened. We have just gone like, okay, on we go. And I'm like, it feels like we're going to be weird because it happened. No? I think we're going to be weird. And no one's addressing how to not make us... Anyone want to check on how weird we are?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's really needs looking at. We need. We all need therapy over it.
I agree.
And it's not going to happen. We've just got to carry on and,
Keep British and carry on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
it's a shame.
Just a thought.
It is a shame. I was interested. You did Edinburgh in 2021. Which That is an impressive little stat there. So there were not many people did Edinburgh in 2021.
No.
How long did you do Edinburgh for? How was it to do Edinburgh in the sort of middle? Well, and lockdowns were over. Was there one after it? Again?
Yeah, there was another one after it.
Yeah.
I did it for 8 days. I did a work in progress. It was fascinating because usually work in progress, you'll write jokes and then some of them won't work, but generally you'll have remembered what a joke is. You get the rhythm of a joke. But I hadn't gigged in so long that so much of it was just like bleak diary entry. That like the room was like, and they needed it. They wanted it too. They wanted the gig to work. So there was a real support in the room. But even they couldn't be like, you should say that again. So it was a tense 8 days, I'll be honest. The other thing though that was fascinating about that is I saw a side to Scotland I've never really seen at the Fringe, which was obviously the Fringe hadn't been there the year before. There had been nothing on. There wasn't like people, were craving entertainment.
Yeah.
So like the room was full of Scottish people. There wasn't really tourism, so that's not rarely true at the Fringe. You often have like people who've come to Edinburgh for it. And those same Scottish people kept saying things at the end of the gig like, thanks for coming to Edinburgh. That's also very abnormal at the Fringe, I want to be clear. Usually like, fuck off. And you're like, okay, sorry. It was astounding.
Yeah.
And also kept being like, thanks for coming to Edinburgh, as if it's not like the epicenter of comedy culture usually. That's the kind of thing you usually get in like Norwich.
Yes.
They're like, thanks for coming to Norwich. And you're like, yeah, no, that was good of me. But Edinburgh, it's nice.
And you went up 2022 as well, which was a bit more like a normal Fringe, and that everything became very expensive again, and only rich people could go.
I didn't see a Scottish person for the whole month. Yeah.
Are you going up in 2023?
I'm a glutton for punishment. I'm going up for 8 days.
Okay.
Because I'll be writing a show out for a tour that'll end in Edinburgh the following year, but I can't quite bring myself to miss it.
Yeah.
I've done it 7 years in a row.
Right. Yeah.
I love it. I know we're supposed to hate it, and obviously I think that it's got massive access issues. I think like it is becoming infeasible.
I think it's becoming infeasible.
Thank you. Infeasible for I don't know. It's expensive. It's debilitatingly expensive, but I just there's something special about people showing up to a city because they like what we do.
I think from a performance point of view, that's what the papers are saying that I've boycotted the Edinburgh Fringe. I'm just not going.
All right, fair enough.
And I think other people should
and
go.
I have boycotted the Penis Museum in Reykjavik.
I will never boycott it. But it's I think like what I from a performer's point of view, what is useful for it, especially if you're newish, is to do exactly what you've done, which is to do 7 years in a row,
Yeah,
and
it
then
makes you so
and
good.
learn as you're going. But I think that's so difficult for anyone to afford. I guess doing 8 days is one way around it, but you still have to find somewhere to stay for 8.
Oh, but also
days.
cards on the table. The only reason I've been able to do it 7 years in a row, the only reason I'm still able to do it is because I'm a savvy little cookie and my best friend is Scottish. So I stay with her mom.
Yeah, okay.
But not everyone could do that. And,
No.
and I definitely couldn't have afforded it if I didn't stay there. She's
No.
the only reason I can go.
Yeah, but it's good that people find their way through it and around it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for younger comedians, it's you find your way to go. But it's like when I read about people my age sleeping in tents because 3 miles away from the centres because that's all they can afford. You kind of
Yeah.
that's not right.
I know quite a few people who stayed in vans, like
Yeah.
camper vans. It's hell.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it should be such a wonderful place. Like, it is an amazing boot camp for comedy. When else do you get to do it every single day to an audience that meant to see you?
Yeah.
That's the nicest thing about a tour show or an Edinburgh show is people wander in and they're not like, oh, God, a woman. Like, they did it on purpose. It's so lovely.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a shame that it is so expensive
Yes.
and difficult. Because
Yes.
everyone else makes money before the artist.
Well, apart from the punters. So it's the
Sorry,
the-
yes,
the-
no, sorry.
the
It's a shame it's so
punters.
expensive for people to go. And it's a shame that literally everyone gets paid before
Yeah.
the person who's on the stage. And it's not to say that they shouldn't be paid for their work too, but it's an interesting... yeah.
Anyway, good. Let
Is
me
that what
ask,
you want me to do? Come and moan about Edinburgh Fringe?
let me ask you some AI generated
Great.
emergency questions. There's some good ones in here. Let's see. This isn't a good one. What would happen?
But
if
we're
the-
having a lovely time.
Let's see what you make of this. What would happen if the world's last packet of crisps fell into an active volcano?
I think
Yeah.
if it didn't dissolve entirely,
Yeah.
ideally it would be like Pompeii-esque
Oh, carbon.
encapsulation,
Yeah.
and then people forevermore would understand how much we loved crisps.
Yeah.
I was going to say they would overestimate how much we loved crisps, but then I thought, no, I do love crisps that much.
I'm not sure. I think it would burn up
Oh,
quite,
yeah,
quite
undoubtedly.
badly.
Yeah.
The reason Pompeii and to a great extent Herculaneum survived is because it was
It was on the move.
very quickly coated in ash rather than
Yeah.
in lava. I think.
Well, it's good that there's like a right answer to the question.
I would say whoever's taken the last packet of crisps in the world up an active volcano has a lot to answer for.
I agree.
I mean, that should be in
It's
a
a
museum.
dick move,
That
yeah.
should be in the crisp museum. Okay, let's see if there's a better one. Sorry.
Are
Sorry
you proud
for
of
AI.
us for neither of us saying it would burn to a
I think this is a good question.
maturity?
This is a good question. I wish I'd come up with this question.
Okay.
And I'm just going to... Because I'm hoping I can just do... I've done books of these things. If I can just get AI to write, like, thousands of questions, there'll be enough in there. What is the most ludicrous thing you've ever done?
Do you hate this job?
I hate this. I want to
just gotta-
replace myself with a computer and a I want to replace myself with a robot that I can then fuck. That's... So all I would do, I'll bring the robot in.
Yeah.
The robot will sit down here, will ask the questions. I'll take the robot out the back afterwards and bum it. That's going to be my payment.
Do you know what I'm saying about we're all weird after the lockdown? You get that, right? Okay.
What is the most ludicrous thing you've ever done in the name of love? That is a computer asking you that question.
Okay.
Have you done many ludicrous things?
Yeah. Pardon? What was that? Comedy roast battle. Fuck you. That was in the name of a paycheck. No, comedy roast battle is a good shout. It broke my poor mother's heart. No, I actually think comedy roast battle was fine. Loads of people watched the clip, and we did get paid.
Yeah.
I'd say actually, the most ludicrous thing I've done in the name of love was buy a taxidermied squirrel.
Okay.
I'll explain, but it won't necessarily make it any clearer. I was dating a person who liked taxidermy,
That's good.
or an initial red flag, whatever way you see it. And I desperately wanted to save the relationship that was sadly falling apart.
Yeah.
And I was in panic mode. You know, when you're like, I gotta do, what can I do to like I gotta do a big romantic gesture. And I was in Angel and I walked by a place called Get Stuffed. If you know what David Sedaris has written about it, I now know, but I didn't know that at the time, if I had known, I would have known it's the most fucking expensive taxidermy shop in the world. Bloody hell. Anyway, I go to this place and I see this sign on the door. It's obviously full of dead animals, which is in and of itself, I guess, a good sign that they're selling them, or else what the hell. But I was like, okay. So I stand at the door, and I can see the man at the till, and he can see me, and he doesn't move. So I'm like, there's no one in the shop, there's no one outside the shop. The shop is open, but I can't get in the door.
He wasn't. Was he?
Obviously, my first question is like, is he part of the display? Yes.
It's like the penis
Did
museum,
this
isn't
used
it?
to be a pet shop? What's happening? This man and everyone's dead. I was like, okay. He just stares at me and then goes back to his book. And I was like, this dude, I have to be the first person who's tried to come in here today. Nobody else has been this desperate an Angel today. I see the sign on the door. It says, ring for appointments.
Oh.
So I ring the number. And in front of me, he picks up the telephone. And he goes, hello? And I say, hiya, I'm the lady outside. And he's like, hello. And I was like, I was wondering if I could come in for an appointment. And he was like, when were you thinking? It's like, now would be nice, if that's cool. And he was like, let me check. And then he goes through his book. I was like, what is this? There's no one in there. Anyway, he eventually opens the door. I come in and he was like, so, what are you looking for? And I was like, look, I'll be honest with you. I was in a period mania. I had not really eaten enough food that day. I was obviously trying to save my relationship. So I said something to the tune of what I thought was an endearing, well, my girlfriend really loves taxidermy and I'm kind of hoping to impress her because we've had a bit of, I overshare is the comic way. And he blinks, basically. He's like, uh-huh. As if anybody else is in there buying taxidermy for a normal reason, right? I was like, you must get this all the frickin' time. And then I was like, okay, so I'm obviously thinking romantic gesture. What'll I get? Sorry, this has become a longer story than I anticipated.
No, I like it.
Okay, so I'm like, thank you. I've never told her before, and I'm panicking. But I was like, okay, so I need to get a romantic animal. So I'm obviously like, how much are the birds? He's like, I point to I think an owl, which is what David Sedaris bought. And he was like, oh yeah, that's £1,500. And I'm like. And he wasn't joking. I was like, okay, that's crazy. Obviously that's insane, but also I'm in here, so I'm panicking. So I just start going through smaller animals. And they are all still in over £1,000, and we're still we're talking I was like, okay, so what about eventually we get down and he's like, what's your budget? And I was like, I don't know what my budget for roadkill is. And eventually I was like, she likes squirrels? How much are the squirrels? And that is the smallest animal I can see in my eye line. So if I can't afford a squirrel, I'm fucked. Now I'm about to tell you how much I spent on a squirrel.
Yeah.
Okay. He's like, the squirrel is £420 plus VAT. Obviously, my instinct is do you have a rat or a vole? But I can't see any, so I have to be like, okay. I put it on my credit card. Don't get credit cards, let me say that. And I leave with a squirrel.
Yeah.
And indeed, the judgmental silence is profound right now. It's heavy. Heavier even than when you said you'd bomb a robot.
Yeah.
They were like, ha, but this
with that.
guy's crazy. So I leave with a squirrel. It, spoiler, does not save the relationship. And then we have to have a conversation that's like, do you want the squirrel or should I take the squirrel? I'm like, obviously take the squirrel, because otherwise I just have this taxidermy trophy of dead love, you understand, in a rodent. And now I guess I just sort of walk through parks thinking, that's £420.
Yeah.
That's £420. That's £420. Does that answer your question?
It does.
Great.
It's good. Sorry, it didn't work. It's not my question. That's why artificial intelligence, it knew. It knew there was something. I thought that was a good question, but I didn't know it was that good. So I mean, yeah.
Oh, God.
I mean, I suppose the skill is stuffing them to look lifelike rather than just grabbing one and taking it in.
Oh, yeah,
Going,
no,
do you
and
get how much do you get for just a dead squirrel? If you went to that guy and said, I've got a dead squirrel.
So I didn't know, to be fair, the reason I paid a lot for it was it is good taxidermy. Like,
Yeah.
the squirrel looked like a squirrel. And then it turns out, obviously, I then, like, deep dove on taxidermies. And there's a taxidermy Twitter account called Bad Taxidermy. Don't know if anybody follows that. Yes. If you don't, you're welcome. And Jesus, like, you can tell why it's a skill because a lot of people do it real badly.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to do. But
I haven't personally tried. I didn't start by trying.
I mean,
I
know,
just
but
jumped
I'm
in by it.
I'm still surprised that the demand is however impressive it
Richard,
is.
there's no demand. There was no one in that shop. I got fucking taken for a ride. Do you understand? I kept that place open for a month, surely.
Yeah. You'd think. I mean, I'd just go and look at a squirrel in the tree.
Or
And
take
running
your
around
breakup
and
like a
stuff.
man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's what I really should have done. Is just been like, I guess if I'm in this taxidermy shop, it really is over. That's the logical thing to do.
Do you think usually people turn up with a thing for him to do?
What,
Or do you
like
think
bring
it's
in an
that-
animal?
Yeah. I would have thought most of the taxidermy business would be people going, I really love my dog.
Do you think?
I really love my husband. Dave, who used to run Goblins, which is the bar we used to go to in Balham, always said that when he died, he wanted to be taxidermied and put like in the bar in a rocking chair. But unfortunately, the bar closed before he died. That's my one regret.
That's a shame.
He
I
may
guess.
still be alive. I don't know, but I would think that's mainly it's mainly people going, I've got a cat. I love my cat. Can you have it so that I can have it and. I just, isn't it? I mean, I've always found it weird. It's a thing that posh people do. Right? If you go to old houses,
Yeah.
I've never understood why. Like, we went to one in. I think I talked about this. We went to one in the Isle of Arran, Broddick House, and the whole of the corridor is just like 100, 150 stags' heads on the walls. And it's just horrible.
Yeah,
And
no,
you gotta
that
think,
sounds horrific.
why the hell is anyone doing that?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess there's a level of wealth where you just think, I'm not I know I'm not allowed to kill people.
Yeah.
So what else can I kill for sport?
And then there's a level of wealth where you go, I
Where
know
you
I'm
are
allowed to kill people.
people.
And have their heads stuffed and somewhere on.
And you can just buy art, just nice art. How nice. Yeah.
Well, that was good. Let's see. We'll try another one. See, I don't think you'll have an answer for this one. This one is not as good a question.
Okay.
If a butterfly flaps its wings in a forest and nobody is there to hear it, why did Richard Herring forget to bring his monocle when he recorded the 700th episode of RHLSTP? Now, we haven't done the 700th episode yet,
Okay, I was like...
so, that might be a spoiler. But it sounds like things are going pretty well for me
Yeah.
in about 6 years' time.
Yeah. You own a monocle.
I've got a
That's
monocle.
pretty exciting.
And people are expecting to see it.
Yeah.
So
That's
we're
cool.
going to find out about that. I've got to get to 700 now to find that out.
You do. It sounds like you also have to make it part of your personality sufficient that the monocle would be deemed missing.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's something in I think it's gone a bit crazy. If a butterfly flaps its wing in a forest and nobody is there to hear it,
Uh-huh.
I mean, that happens all the time.
Yeah. Well, we assume.
Yeah. Maybe do you think butterflies, if there's no one around, do you think the butterflies don't bother flapping their
Yeah,
wings?
I do. I think they're
Yeah.
like comics.
Yeah.
I think they're like everyone kept being like, why did you gig during lockdown? And I'm like, otherwise, what? I'm just supposed to entertain my friends on Zoom. It's a waste. Yeah, I think they are just chilling.
Okay, cool. Well, we got something out of it. We're going to go back to the other. We're going to go back to you in a sec. I mean, this one. I think this. And again, this isn't a good question, and it's an awful thing to say, and I did not come up with it. And don't do this at home. What would happen if you put a cat in a washing machine and turned it on?
Hopefully, jail time. I hope.
Okay.
Wait, is the cat alive or dead?
I mean,
Why is that my question? No, just never mind.
I assumed alive, but now maybe if it was dead, it could bring it back to life if you spun it around enough. If a cheese wheel is so round, why doesn't it roll away? And the answer to that is because you put it on its side, on the
Yeah.
flat bit. Right, let's see if there's a better question. So, okay, let's go philosophical.
I'm trying to think of a worse question. No, that's fine. I'm like,
These aren't my questions. What is the point of life if not to find something that brings you joy?
Is that an AI-generated question?
It is, yeah. Is
I
that the point of? Is there a point of life, Catherine Bohart?
I don't know. I don't know that it's all. I don't know. I think we'd all be less stressed by what the point of life is if the pressure of finding joy weren't so oppressive. Actually, I feel like. Sorry, is that too wanky
I
an
agree.
answer?
I
just feel like happiness as a continued state.
Yeah.
It actually isn't possible.
It's not possible and it's not desirable.
No, because we'd just be a bunch of bimbos. Yeah. But like, if we were happy all the, do you know people who are happy all the time? They're either like pushing something way down, or they don't have a complex thought.
Yeah.
I think, maybe they're blissful, but I think happiness is only miraculous because it's sporadic. And
it only means something because you were unhappy. So in 2020, you were unhappy.
Yeah.
And now you're relatively happy.
Yeah, but also like I think. Sorry to be boring,
No,
but
please be boring.
I think the sort of supposition is that if we are down or if we're in difficulty, we've failed because we're not happy, and happy is the goal. Whereas actually, like, pain and difficulty and complexity are as compulsory as joy. I think joy is as inevitable as sorrow. Like, I think you can have a miserable time, and because people are people, something will make you laugh, something will bring you joy. Like, there have been times where you think, I'll never feel joy again, and then by some, like, it is as inevitable as sorrow. But I just think the pressure of it, and this is such a long answer to such an inane question.
The
but
question, remember, asked by
a
computer.
You know what? Men play chess against computers. I can answer the question. I don't know. I just think like it's a big expectation to put on ourselves that we're failing if we're not happy all the time. And actually, like, yeah, it's definitely one of the points of life. I think other points is just like getting through it.
I think looking for a point in life is too much. There is no point in life.
I don't know that there's no point.
There's no point.
I don't know that I agree there. I just think...
a point in life implies that life has been put together for a reason, and there isn't any reason we're here.
I just don't think that we have to know what the point is. Like, it will unfold. And maybe. I don't think the point of everyone's life has to be the same. Like, this idea that there's a uniform answer. Like,
yeah.
I'm okay with saying some people's lives had more point and are more important than my life. I spent a considerable amount of time in a taxidermy shop. I'm not getting that back. Do you know what I mean? Okay. And that's okay. That's on me.
You have OCD. We talked about this last time. But you also went to university at UCD. Was that because you have OCD that you went there?
I actually transferred out of UCD to TCD.
Okay.
No, it's funny. All of the unis in Ireland, most of them have an NUI. They all have like lots of acronyms. I do have OCD, but no, that's not what decided UCD. It was ultimately too far away from my house, and I went to TCD instead.
Okay, fair enough. It's just in the first line of your Wikipedia entry, and I enjoyed it.
Is it?
Yeah, it was sort of basically it says you have OCD and you went to UCD. It just looks like
funny.
The person who put this together. That's so funny.
My Wikipedia, by the way, is so fucking creepy. Like, I will occasionally be told about it by my mother or my girlfriend, and the information on there is just like wild. It leaves out so much, but is like very clear that I'm a failed actor, and that I was in a very specific. Like, it names the hospital I went to, which I just think is a bit weird because I don't know who wrote it, and always has my age wrong.
Okay.
Listen, I didn't write it.
Lower or higher? How far? Just
it's
random.
usually 2 days off, which is ultimately like, obviously I have OCD, so that's the most annoying fact to me. Obviously, like, I didn't write it, so I can't be too pernickety about it. But equally, it turns out it does bother me.
You're allowed to go in. I mean, you're not meant
You're
to,
not.
but you can go in.
There's an honour code, isn't there? If you have a Wikipedia page, you're not allowed to have written it.
There is. It's one I break all the time.
Is it?
Yeah. If there's something wrong.
He has a lovely penis. I can't correct this again.
I can say he has a lovely penis, and I can quote my book, Can I Have My Ball Back, in which I say I have a lovely penis. That's enough. And now I've said it in this podcast, so we're going to link
Another
to this podcast.
reference, yes.
Citation not needed any longer. Yeah, look, I don't see the issue with the person who is. I'd see the issue if you're going, like, he has a lovely penis and is the best comedian ever. But if it's like he was born in this place, or like I update the guest list of who's on the podcast in my interview thing, because that is useful information for me when I go back to check when people were on before.
I don't know. This is such a meta thing, and like this is such a niche problem. This is not a relatable. But I don't know. It's something feels weird about like being participatory in the viewership of yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know. In the same way that I like make a podcast, but I don't like to think that anybody. Helen's always like, we have this many listeners, and I'm like, no one listens, because otherwise I don't know if I could do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I can't imagine anyone really listens to any of this. That's the only way I can get.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe this one, but some of the things I do, I kind of just feel sorry for the people who listen to it.
And that is a healthy attitude.
I'm very sorry.
Thank you for coming to Leicester Square.
This one's okay, but like
Thanks, Richard.
when I
Never had the host review me as I go.
No, I mean, this podcast is okay, but me talking to ventriloquist dummies, you'd be crazy to watch that, wouldn't you? You're right, it is the best one. You're right, shush.
Maggie
it's the
loved
best
it.
one. Shut up, you Kuna. It's the best one you do. Shush, David. You're so good at ventriloquism. Shush. It's not crazy. These people, they've got very crazy. Shall I ask you some of my emergency questions? Let's see how that goes.
Okay.
The proper ones.
All right.
The real thing. Have you ever been stuck in a lift? Now we're back.
Wow.
Now we're back. That's human.
It's personalised. It's research. It says you, it says me. No.
No. Okay. I'm trying to think I don't think I asked you many emergency questions last time, so I'm probably safe. Can't ask you that one. If you had to have sex with an animal, if you had to.
No.
Okay. If you could go into a chrysalis and come out as anything, you go in as you, but you can come out as anything. It can still be you, or it can be something completely different. You're going to change, you're going to melt down, you change, and you come out as something else. What would you like to emerge from the chrysalis as? That's written by me. I made that up.
Nice.
Thanks.
Probably me with fewer anxiety.
Okay.
Is that a bad answer? Like,
No,
better
that's
the
a very good answer.
Better the devil you know. I think like me, but without any of the like gendered shit that sort of makes me hate my body and any of the sort of constant dread that I'm not doing enough.
Okay.
Maybe.
That's. I mean, it's.
What
it's
that's. I was like, I'm gonna go in and be peppy this time. It's gonna be good. Watch out, world. I was a little dour last time, but they are gonna get a new and positive Catherine.
I think that's this question opens up a world, and I think it is. That's interesting. I mean, but do you not? I sort of feel like as a comedian, all the things that are the worst things about you, or the things that you worry about, or the things that are crazy. Are the things that make us comedians? Maybe. Do you think if you weren't you, would you be? If you weren't exactly you, would you be as funny as you are?
I think yes and no. I think like a lot of the things that I was cruel to myself or that like made other people cruel to me have been become the things that I talk about on stage and differentiate me. So like being a woman, being queer, being having a past of mental illness were things that were like prohibitive at the time and now have given me permission to have things to talk about that people find interesting and relatable, and that is good. But I don't know, I think I would live more freely if I hated my body less and if the world hated women's bodies less. And maybe I would be a braver performer if that were true.
Okay.
Or if I wasn't like scared of aging or so I think it's easy to be like, isn't the kind of the stuff we put on, the shit we put on ourselves just actually what makes us? But I think some of it is prohibitive.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. And, it's in a way, maybe it'd be nicer to be sorted out human being than a good comedian. Who knows? I can't imagine anyone.
Well, I'm not going to go that far.
I can't imagine anyone would make that choice. But no, it's interesting. And do you feel like, you know, like now people are so open about mental illness, it's almost like every time you look at Chortle, there's somebody else saying that they've got OCD or ADHD or something. Is that a positive thing, or does that make you look and go, oh no, there's somebody else doing that, or do you think it's a good thing that we're all talking about it?
I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing. I don't think it's like, I've never been like, that's my one. But also I do think it's a good thing because I think it sort of prohibits this narrative that mental illness is a singular thing. Like OCD, even as an example, there are like 7 clinically defined types of OCD.
Sure.
It's a shame it's an uneven number, and that's fine. But it's like, but they're not the same, and they don't like hoarding is a form of OCD. Extreme cleanliness and tidiness and order are forms of OCD. They're very different experiences. Yeah. So I think like it's probable that those differences are distinct. But also like, I think the point is that it is ubiquitous, right? That it's not anomalous and that it's not like rare, and that is why we A, should engage with it, and B, need services to help with it, and C, why it's so relatable. I think I'm not surprised that that's become the situation, because people didn't come to my show and go, oh, well, I've never had a bad day in my life. People would queue up outside my show, which I was not ready for as a very young comic, being like, the following ways are which my mental health issues affect me. And I was like, I am not qualified for this conversation, but yeah, it's not that surprising. I think it's good.
And do you think that? So do you think it is? It's not. I mean, because it feels like it's comedians that it's happening to, but the truth is, you think it's a more general issue, like or do you think are comedians more likely to become comedians as a result?
I don't know. It's like when people say, is comedy sexist? And you're like, well, comedy exists in the world and the world is sexist, so yes. And I think like, are comedians more likely to have mental health issues? I don't know, I think we all do. And also, possibly, maybe they are, but only insofar as I think one, laughter is a coping mechanism, comedy is a coping mechanism, so that makes sense, there's a correlation. And 2, I think, and it's weird, it's kind of an odd answer, but I think actually comedy is quite a good job day to day if you are a person who suffers with mental illness that is like up and down, because you're self-employed, because you can go to work when you can and not when you, and it doesn't mean that like you've lost your job, and it's a wonderful escape from like darkness, I think. So I think you can, and also you can kind of manage to do, not always, I can't always, sometimes I can't go to work because of my brain, but a lot of the time I can go, well, it's only 20 minutes. Yes. You know what I mean? It's not like I don't have to go in and pretend that I care what Sheila did for the weekend and then also function in a meeting and then also stay up all day, and then I can kind of rationalize that it's only that time.
Yeah. And do you think it's a welcoming environment? I mean, I know that there's certain elements of the comedy world that aren't welcoming environments for women. But do you think it's becoming better in that? But do you think also, I mean, I feel like amongst most comedians, it's kind of, it's kind of okay. I mean, I think most comedians aren't very judgmental, or like just accept
about mental health or about women?
Yeah, mental health and but everything really. Just it feels it's a kind of. Do you feel it's because there's an element where I think being a comedian is quite a welcoming thing, where comedians recognise each other and like each other and kind of fall quite easily into talking with each other.
Yeah.
But then I'm not a female comedian, and I understand that there's female comedians have a different experience of some clubs, maybe, and some comedians.
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends. It's like with everything. It's like when you're on with dickheads, you're like, cool, this is going to be shit. And if you're on with nice people, it's pretty nice. So I think generally, yes. Like I think on the one hand, like I think it must be very difficult to be an ethnic minority in comedy. I still think that there isn't a great ubiquity of that, and I think that often you're walking into predominantly white spaces, and that must be like frustrating.
Sure.
And also you're boxed in very much, I think, a lot of the time. I think also you're as that, or as a queer person or as a woman, you're often expected to be the only one on the bill. So sometimes you feel a bit like you have to represent that entire group, which is a bit arduous. But in terms of like one-to-one, most comics are nice.
Yeah.
Mostly because we're often the first person the other person you've seen that day.
Yes.
So like, I'm usually just thrilled to see anyone. I'll talk to anyone because I'm like, oh my God, is it nice to be out of the house? And so there's that. But
Yeah. And in terms of, any sort of mental differences, I suppose, it's not like, it's a job where that's okay.
oh yeah,
You know
people
what I mean?
definitely understand if you're like,
Yeah.
my brain's melted and I'm having a terrible day. People will just be like, usually. It is one of those ones where comics, where you're like, I'm having a shit day. It's like to your mom and she's like, well, my day is infinitely worse. That is, to be fair, comedians. We're like, me too, and you're like, oh, okay, great. But that's kind of nice because then someone else will tell a story.
Yeah. I mean, there's even comedians who aren't crazy can be a bit crazy. If you see what
I've
I
never
mean.
met one
Okay.
who isn't crazy.
Certainly from the olden days, it's sort of it's a job where it's acceptable to be socially unacceptable, I suppose, or like if you went into a proper job.
Yeah, also, I think we're like curious about ourselves. And
Yeah.
not to be totally self-indulgent, but I think the job, especially after a while, when you've run out of all your obvious stories about your mom or like your sexuality or whatever, like whatever's like first and foremost for you, well, you kind of do have to go like, I have to write another hour. So what else is going on in here? And then, yeah, you do open some doors. So maybe there's partly that. We also, let's be honest, spend too much time alone, don't have real jobs, and that's too much time alone and too much time to think. And so I think, it's all, maybe it's chicken and an egg. I don't know.
It could be. So, is there anything else coming up apart from the 8 days in Edinburgh, working on a new show for touring?
I'm doing a bunch of work in progresses. They're all on my website, catherinebohart.com. I'm trying to work up this new show. You can still listen to Shared Baggage. You can listen to Trusty Hogs if you like. Naked Beach, my new series. I'll be wearing clothes the whole time. But yeah, and surprisingly, it will just be naked animals, actually, non-naked people.
Naked dead animals that have been taxidermied. There's a taxidermist involved.
Yeah.
You can get the whale that you saw. The seal was very much able to be taxidermied and could have become a sort of chair.
Yeah.
If
I like that. It's all dick stuff, obviously.
Yeah, and dicks. Dicks off in a museum.
Yeah.
Any dicks taken off.
Have we had a nice time?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I mean, I don't feel like I'm here, so it's fine. I'm not aware there's anyone else here.
But yeah, no, that's for now. That's what's going on with me, and I will have a radio show in the end of the year. But what good is plugging something you haven't even written yet? She says plugging her work in progress shows. Please come, I'd love that.
But that's I'm sort of getting back into wanting to do stand up again, and it is that weird interim period where you've got like a basic idea, you might have a few ideas, and you've got to go and test it out. It's a weird part to be in. I think the more you do it, the easier it becomes. But it's.
I love it because because it's not something yet, so you can discover it.
Yeah.
But I do find myself feeling quite insincere when people are like, "What's your show about?" And you're like, I suspect by August I will be feeling concerned about the following things, as opposed to knowing what the show is about. But it's fun. Please come to the Work in Progresses. They are, not just mine, anybody's, because I think that they are just a great way to see comics throwing shit at the wall and also revealing themselves because they haven't decided what parts they want to let you in on and what parts they should have kept for themselves. And so it is very exposing in a nice way.
Yes, it is exposing, and you'll see some bits that no one will ever see again.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. And here's some secrets we shouldn't have told you.
We should not have said that.
Like the taxidermy.
That was gold. That's got to be that. Whatever you're doing, that's got to be.
I think it has to be.
The centerpiece. It's basically a show already.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm glad I came out. Great.
Look, really love to see you. I'm glad that things are a bit happier than they were.
Thanks, me too.
In 2020 for us both.
They couldn't have been worse.
They couldn't have been much worse. It would have been bad if they had. Ladies and gentlemen, the amazing Catherine Bohart.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You have been listening to RHLSTP with me, Richard Herring, and my guest, Catherine Bohart. The music is by Scant Regard. You know that by now. Why do I have to keep telling you? What's wrong with you? Why don't you listen? I'm indebted to my producer, Ben Walker. Thank you to Chris Evans, not that one, and Kathleen McKeegan, and everyone at the Leicester Square Theatre, except one person. I'm not going to say who it is, but they're a dick.
This is a Sky Potato Fuzz and GoFasterStripe.com production. Not really everyone at Les Square Theatres knows it was just a joke. Goodbye.